Fucking adversity never is gonna leave your life. Adversity is always gonna be there. Stress is always gonna be there. You're gonna go through ups and downs. This journey is not easy. Life is gonna come at you, and then life is gonna kick you when you're down. But how you react and how you prepare for those moments says everything about you, and it's gonna make or break your goals, your dreams, and what you experience in this one life that you have. You get one life. Do you realize that? Do you want to look back when you're dying and wish that you would have lived differently? Or do you want to look back and say, that was a life, man. I gave my all. I fought through my fears. I pushed myself to see what I was made of. And I gave my heart and soul to everyone that I came into contact with. That's what I'm going to look back on. And that's my focus every single day. But it doesn't mean that I'm impervious to life's adversity. I have 3 children. I have a wife that I have to be there for. I have a business that I run. I have clients all throughout the world. I am no stranger to adversity. Just now when I went to start doing this video, over here they're rebuilding the roof. They're nailing on the roof, right? I hear all this noise. I'm like, great, how am I gonna do this video right now? It doesn't matter. You do it anyway. You show up anyway. You prepare for these moments every day of your life. And this is something that I learned by going to the depths of despair in my prison cell. I went to prison at 23. And I remember coming home after that experience, fighting for my life, doing over 2,000 days in a prison cell, incarcerated, thinking that my life was over, missing my family, all the pain that you could imagine. And I came home, and the stuff that affects other people was trivial to me. The problems that I heard other people complaining about were irrelevant to me. The stuff that most people get caught up in wasn't even a factor for me. It's because I went through that experience, and it was so tough on me, and it was so trying that the stuff in life now, that little daily hassles that stress people out, just bounce right off of me. They just bounce right off of me. I'm not fazed by this stuff that you guys let hold you back. It's because of my experience of being incarcerated at that young age and what it did to reshape my mindset and alter my perspective. Now, in 2019, when COVID shut down the world, the economy, your jobs, right? You were stuck inside. You couldn't even see family members. You couldn't go to their house on Thanksgiving or celebrate a birthday with them. How did that situation affect you? Honestly, for me, COVID did not faze me. It reinforced all my desire to persevere and become the person I want to be. COVID became an opportunity for me to grow my business, to be more connected with my family, and just to really tap in to that inner strength and resolve that I had cultivated throughout those 2,000 days incarcerated. Now, I share this with you not to say, look at me and be arrogant, but this is the truth. When you go through very difficult things in life, oftentimes the small little stuff that people get caught up in won't faze you, right? When you go to prison, when you grow up in a tumultuous household, when you battle addiction and depression, all this stuff, and you overcome it, everything in life suddenly becomes so blissful, right? That doesn't mean you don't have problems, but number one, you're able to be more grateful and see the good in the stuff you have. And number two, you don't dwell on the negatives. You don't allow them to take away your joy. You don't allow them to deter you from who you want to be. So the reason I share this with you is because COVID-19 fucked up a lot of people, right? It messed your mindset up. It threw you off your habits. You didn't work out for 2 years. You gained weight. Maybe you got divorced, suicide rates through the roof, addiction and relapse through the roof. Like COVID-19 was very, very difficult on a lot of people. People died. They lost their family members. They were locked down. They were stressed. How am I going to deal with this, right? They had never been through anything like that. So my question for you is, what did you learn from that experience? What have you changed in your lifestyle, in your mindset because of that experience? You see, imagine if I went to prison and I came home and went right back to how I used to be. Would that make sense to you? What if I came home and went back to drinking, hanging out with my old friends, working my same job, doing my same things that I did before prison? Everyone would look at me and say, Sean's an idiot. Sean didn't learn anything. Oh, he's a done deal, right? He's not going to make it. He's going to go back. Can you imagine how ridiculous that would look from the outside looking in? Now, let me ask you, what have you changed about your approach to your life because of COVID, because of the stressful moments that you've faced in life, because of your hardships, because of all the things that prevent you from being the person you want to be? Have you changed your approach to life because of those things? See, most people don't. And then when something difficult happens, when their girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with them, when they lose their job, when finances are tight, when all these things, all the pressures of life are weighing down upon you, suddenly now you wish you would have prepared, right? You're about to break. You're stressed. You can't take it. Your emotions are just in control of you and you just feel depleted and demoralized. It doesn't have to be that way, but you have to prepare every day for those moments. You see, when you have a process every day that's more difficult than the things that you face on a habitual basis, suddenly you start to realize how capable you are. And suddenly you start to take control of your life. And what I mean is, if you don't have a daily wake-up time that challenges you. I'm not saying get out of bed when it's convenient, when you feel like it, when you're rested. No, get out of bed when you really don't want it. When your first thought is, I'm so tired, I need more sleep. I can't get up right now. But you do anyway, right? Then you go to the gym and you work out and you push your body. And I don't mean just go through the motions, be one of those people that sit on the machines, text on their phone. I mean, you work out like it's your last day with arms and legs. You work out and you give your all, like it's your last day with this body that you have. Right? Then you discipline yourself in your nutrition all day long. And you have a set schedule that you're living your life by. And you have standards and intentions that you set that you're going to uphold. You have these promises that you keep to yourself. And you uphold them every single day. Do you know what kind of animal you become? Do you know what kind of mentality you develop? Do you know how much different you show up at home for your wife and kids? Do you know how much different your body language and energy is going to be when you create a day and a life that requires you to level up every single day? The things that stress you out right now, kids, traffic, finances, right? Whatever it is going on in politics in the world, all of those things start to melt away. They don't even faze you because your daily routines are much more difficult and require much more resiliency and mental toughness than any of those things. Then suddenly, when they occur, they're just bouncing off you because you become a different caliber of an individual. But most people won't create this type of adversity, this self-imposed adversity within their life. So when the kids are stressed out and whining, they start to deteriorate. They start to have negative thoughts. Their emotions start to get the best of them. Then they react. Right? When you're sitting in traffic, are you one of those guys trying to swerve in and out of traffic, get ahead, and you get to where you're going 3 seconds before the person that was waiting patiently behind you? Yeah, you're a fool and you don't have control of yourself. Are you the person when you and your wife argue, you immediately go down to the bar or liquor store and get a drink? You lack personal development. You don't have control of yourself. Are you the person that hits snooze and tells everyone that you're going to start your workout program on Monday? Are you the person that puts off who you want to be until tomorrow? Look, if that's you, I'm talking to you right now. The way that you can circumvent all of these ailments, all of these stressors, all of these things in your life that are holding you back is by creating a daily routine that starts early in the morning while it's still dark out, that tests you and challenges you every time. Then it's up to you to rise to the occasion. And if you do that every single day, you will fast forward through your life, months and years, and you will massively transform your mindset and who you are at the core. And you will create somebody that is impervious to life's problems. You will become someone that uses them to leverage you and catapult you towards your goals and your dreams rather than detract from what you want to achieve in life. You saw it during COVID. Those that were prepared during COVID used that as leverage. How many millionaires were made during COVID? How many people started the business during COVID? How many people made positive changes during COVID? A lot. But all you hear about is the people that committed suicide, the people that relapsed, the people that lost their jobs, the people that complained, the people that weren't ready. The people that weren't ready got ran over. They died. They fell by the wayside. And now what? Now what? That's the truth. And those are the consequences that are at stake for you in your life if you're not prepared. Prison taught me how to prepare for the worst every single day. Prison taught me that I have a strength and resolve and ability within that I must tap into every day. And if I do, it will serve me. It will guide me. It will prevent me from making wrong decisions. It will prevent me from living a mediocre life. It will prevent me from getting to the end of my life and looking back with regrets, thinking, wish I would have lived differently. Why didn't I try harder? Why didn't I give more? Why did I allow those things to hold me back from who I want to be? That's what's at stake for all of you. If you're not waking up every day realizing that I have to win this day and I have to set my day up with very difficult endeavors so that I have to tap into a more evolved, capable version of myself throughout this day, multiple times a day. And you can see what that's going to do to you over time. If you're not aware of that and you're not implementing that type of strategy and personal development, then you're not going to be ready for life's challenges. You're going to get beat down by life. You're going to settle for less than you're capable, and you're never going to go after the dreams that you have. You have goals and dreams for a specific purpose. Don't you recognize this? I tell you all the time, they're gifted to you from above. Your intuition is calling you to be greater every day. Get up earlier, go work out, get healthier, stop drinking, spend more time with the kids, be present, be a better husband, make more money, leave that job you hate, stop hanging out with those friends that are pulling you back. Like your conscience is calling you to be the person you're meant to be. Are you answering the call, or are you ignoring it and continuing with this cyclical pattern that's defeating you and sabotaging your results? The way that you become the person you want to be is by disciplining yourself every day to do things that are much more difficult than what life's going to throw at you. And then when those bigger moments of life do surface, whether it's an opportunity or adversity, you will be ready. Are you going to be ready? Are you ready for what's coming tomorrow? Do you know that in your heart 100%? Or are you kind of scared? Are you kind of doubting yourself? If so, it's time to get to work. You have this one opportunity. It's your responsibility to show up for the people in your life that need you as your best self. That is your purpose. It is you and that best self, that highest self, that ideal self that I'm talking to right now. I'm not talking to the person that's made bad choices. I'm not talking to the person that's settled. I'm not talking to the person that's formed these bad habits. We all have been there. I'm talking to that person that I know you could be, that person in your heart that you want to be. That's who I'm talking to, because I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? If not, it's because you're breaking promises every day. Make your day tough. Keep promises to yourself. Show up and give your all, and watch who you will become in 1 year from now. It will change your life.